West Ascension Consolidated Gravity Drainage District meeting, September 5th, 2013. It's called to order. Invocation, Mr. Shakespeare, do you mind?
Dear Lord, we want to thank you for all the great things you've given us here in Ascension Parish. We have many things to be thankful for, and we welcome all your assistance. We ask that you allow us to make good decisions for the people of the parish here at this meeting, and that as we all leave here, everyone arrives home safely. We ask all this in your name. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call. Myself, Mr. Shakespeare, Mr. George Redelier, and Mr. Craig Anderson, Westside Manager, is here. Item number 3, accepting the minutes for August 2nd, 2013.
So moved.
So moved by Mr. Shakespeare, second. All right, approved. Item number 4, new housing development. We have a speaker on this, and that'll be Mr. Ted Dupree.
Dubus.
Dubus?
Yes, sir. I'm Ted Dubus. I live at 126 Seminole Lane here in Donaldsonville. The reason for me coming here is just to get on the minutes of the meeting to make sure that y'all are aware of this 2 proposed housing developments along Highway 1 south in Donaldsonville. From what I understand, both of them probably will not get built, but one or the other will get built. And the one that directly impacts me or could directly impact me would be, if you look at the papers I've got in front of you, I gave y'all, I think I put it in here. That's in that B Company property and Church of Santa Mar property. If I didn't, I apologize, but I've got it right here if y'all want to look at it. Just it's a breakdown of it. Okay, going back to the very first page I showed you, I just wanted to show y'all that the parish already has some familiarity with the drainage, because I had a petition to put culverts some time back, and it was denied for the reasons stated, but that's not a problem. If you turn the page of the paperwork I gave you, this second page was the original proposed development. It was going to be townhouses. There was going to be a lot of green area, but because of a zoning issue and time restraints, the developer decided he was going to go to a single housing project, which would be 64, what I understand, medium rental houses, supposedly subsidized through some sort of tax credit with the state. Originally, it wasn't a big deal because there was going to be a lot of green area. If you turn the page to where I highlighted on the pink highlight, that was the original proposal, the townhouses. Since then, they have spoken to the adjacent landowners in order to build 64 houses to buy an extra 4 acres. Now, it's still up in the air. Don't know what they're going to do. But my main concern is that blue spot behind that you're looking at. That's where my main drainage goes, behind my house. That's the swell I was talking about earlier.
Okay.
I don't know if there again, detention ponds or whatever. I don't know where it's going to be built, if indeed it's going to be built. But I wanted to get on the agenda, and I wanted to make y'all aware, because several years back I attended a drainage board meeting, and at the time it was a Raynard extension, street extension. I remember y'all talking about that the drainage board was not involved in the drainage for that subdivision. So also as a member of the City of Donaldsonville Planning and Zoning Board, I wanted to bring this to y'all attention. And basically just to get on the minutes that I made a statement that let y'all be aware of, in case y'all weren't aware of it. As you can see, if it gets built, there's a lot of green area that's going to go away. I've had issues in the past where I've come close to flooding in my house. My house was built in 1971, so it was before the flood maps came out, the 100-year floodplain. But I've come close within several inches of having water in my house. My worry is when if they start building this complex, this subdivision, and that in a Class A flood zone, I believe it is. So they're gonna have to build the pads up on those houses pretty high. All that water's gonna come out in a hurry. I don't know if McCall Canal can handle it, because I've seen it in the past where it's at the top of the banks on a good heavy rain. So it's just something, food for thought for later on. It may never happen, but I just wanted to come here and kind of like just alert y'all to that, to be aware of it.
All right, Mr.
And,
Well, thanks for
anyone
the
have- do you have any-
information here, but that's one of the things that we are going to make sure that any development in the city of Downsonville, we will make sure we send them a letter to make sure we have our drainage engineer review this here very carefully, because you're correct, we done had a couple problems in the past, and because they're in the city limits of Downsonville, you know, we just need to put our engineer to review these plans a whole lot better in the
And
future.
as a
So-
member of the planning and zoning, as long as they leave me on it, I'll be watching out for it, I believe.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, thank you for coming.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Ted.
Okay, item number 5, master drainage, covers and right-of-way update. Mr.
Yes, and
Dean.
I have spoken to the landowner's attorney. He and I are going to meet next week. Hopefully, we can reach a plan where we'll be able to resolve these major drainage canals without having to invoke the law requiring a 100-foot servitude. I think the property owners are interested in doing that. They think it's good for everybody.
Okay, all right, thank you. 7th Street drainage, Mr. George Redelia.
Mr. Chairman, I think I advised yourself and Councilman Shakespeare that Craig and I both visited the site. They were out there videoing for the city. It looked like to me like they were doing the whole 2 blocks again, and not just the unvideoed partial that we talked about, which was about 48 feet or something like that. At that time, I talked to the gentleman, just asking how I was going, and at that time, he could not film that one section. He was having trouble again. The mayor of the city has not contacted me.
Okay, that's great.
So nobody's tried the invoices, so it's where it is. Nothing, no news from the city.
All right, so,
And it's all in their ballpark right now until we get
Okay.
something.
Ms. Peggy, we just gonna leave this on it till we get some information from the city of Downsonville, video or whatever. George, you gonna keep in touch with them on that. All right? Item number 7 is the smoke bin area, Barcelona Drive.
Okay,
That,
I
Mr.
did
George,
give both councilmen a phone call and tell you that I did have those drawings in my office for you downstairs, and they are there. I apologize, I was gonna bring them up, and the lawyer and I, Councilman, and O'Neill and I had some other stuff to discuss, and I forgot them on the table. So I have copies, a folder for each one of you guys, that'll explain everything to you. They're in my office, okay?
good enough. We got the drawing. That's the
it.
good thing.
They're there.
All right, thanks on that. Item number 8 is St. James Assumption Drainage Update. Mr. George Redelia.
Okay, in your packets, there is an email, the last email that I have received from Mr. Chenier from St. James Parish. Explains to you where we stand at right now. If you don't have it, let me know. Okay? He says that Assumption Parish Drainage District approved a motion to share in the cost to some degree, but that amount has not been determined yet. And the engineers have reported that they have completed the survey and groundwork and are presently collecting all of the data and preparing the report, and he will let me know of any future developments as soon as possible. So, again, this is in St. James ballpark, and Kent was there, Parish President was there, and that's where we're still at.
Okay.
We're waiting for them. As soon as we get something else, I'll let both of you guys know.
Okay. At least we know what's going on. At least we're more involved
Yeah.
in the past than we have before.
He and I are staying in touch.
Yeah, and I do want to add that as it showed a tremendous amount of cooperation with St. James. They've been very open and very helpful, and so we just want to commend that. I know Councilman Brazier and Jimmy Roussel and Jody Chenier and all of them have been working very hard on this, so we appreciate them.
All right. Thank you for the comment, Mr. Shakes. Item number 9, servitude agreement with Gregory Fernandez.
We have drafted the agreement. Basically, we're going to replace a culvert that's in our parish drainage ditch at this point in time, and he's going to grant us a 20-foot servitude around down about 900 feet of his property to our major drainage canal. And I don't know if I sent you the draft of the agreement, but we've done it, my staff has it done.
Right.
Y'all just need to make a motion to authorize that.
What would that entail?
Well, they're going to remove one culvert that's in the ditch and put a new one in the front ditch, in our drainage ditch, and he's giving us a servitude along the whole side of his property, which runs 900 feet from, what road is it?
Loop 945.
Loop 945, all the
Okay.
way back to the major drainage channel.
Move to authorize
The
Parish
agreement.
drainage to enter into that agreement.
All right, I second it. Motion approved. Question?
Do we want part of that motion for the president to sign that agreement? I think the last time you had,
Yeah, that is signed. Well,
I'd like to,
he's a day-to-day operator.
I'd like
so
to
he
amend
signs
that
it.
and allow for Parish President or legal authority to sign off on that and begin.
All right. Motion by Mr. Shakespeare, second by myself. Any objection? Motion passed. All right. Item number 10, cooperative endeavor agreement with Ascension Parish Assessor Office. Mr. Smart?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think y'all have heard this quite a few times, and we're asking for $2,000 from the West Ascension Drainage. Appreciate your passage of it.
I'd like to offer that in form of a motion, and thank you for coming by, Bert. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Smart.
Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it, and I'll be at the meeting tonight.
All right. All right, Mr. Shakespeare had a motion on, and I second that motion. No objection, motion approved. Okay, item number 11, Mr. George Redelia, West Side Coordinator, DPW Director, West Side.
I think, Mr. Chairman, you probably ate up all my reports in the previous items. We only had one issue that I think wasn't in there. We had a sinkhole with a culvert problem in the back of St. Jude, which Craig and them actually found the problem this time, replaced the coupling on it, repaired it, and did away, so we don't have a problem with that anymore. The rest has been known. I don't have anything else unless you guys got questions for me.
Mr. Craig Anderson?
Well, we did some drainage issues on Model District 3, Thomas Land, Revere Land, Junior Land. And we will go back and do some more, but we had to pull off to set some covers on, do some cover jobs. So we'll get back to it. And we still messing with a valuable rep kit with the big long boom machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Shakespeare, you have any question for any
All
of
right.
these?
Appreciate you, Craig, all the guys out there working hard, and we appreciate all your efforts and everything that's being done. Thank you.
Mr. George, I'm gonna bring up this spray tractor. We know it's coming, and I get phone calls asking, so I just want the public to know, hey, it's on order and it's coming. And I just also want to give kudos to the workers. I mean, they've been doing an outstanding job. Like I say, been getting phone calls, but everything been getting done. And I know on the Costa Drive, they found the problem and put a new drainage line to solve that issue with one of the residential there. And he's very appreciated of that, and thank you all for doing an outstanding job. Now, that crew also came from the west side there, Mr. President, from the east side, and they did an outstanding job. I want to thank that too. All right. Okay, moving on to item number 12. Set a date, time for next meeting. Mr. President, you have something to say?
I'm just going to give you all a little update on the public work and drainage building.
You should have told me that. I made sure you spoke first, Mr.
Well, I mean,
President.
I'm fine. I'm not in any hurry. I'm not going anywhere for a while. But anyway, we are in the process, of course. We swapped the land with the city, gave them the frontage so they could build a fire department in the right place, and we swapped them for some property they had on Tebow Drive. Since then, we've done some saw borings, and saw's not quite what we thought it would be. Not the same on one side of the road as it is the other side. So we have a 4-foot stable base, and the next 60 feet is kind of some muck. So it's a challenge to us again. That's something that just kind of, for some reason, we kind of run into problems with this West Ascension Public Works building and drainage building that we're going to be building. And but we are looking at the possibility of doing a floating foundation, if that's possible. We're not going to have that much weight in it. So I'm going to give you all a report at the next drainage meeting so we can hopefully move forward with this project. The money's been in place and just for years, and seems like every time we make a step forward, we get 2 backwards, but I just wanted to update you on it.
All right, Mr. President, thank you for that. Mr. President, I know we're working on it, but hopefully this building can be built in the next 6 months or... Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. President. All right, Ms. Peggy, we could go with time and date for next meeting. October 3rd at 5:15. Mr. Shakespeare? All right, 5:15, Mr. All right. Item number 13.
To adjourn.
Move to adjourn, second. Meeting adjourned.